Right. So, what made you want to get into photography?
Well, my father, he bought a camera. He never really used it. So one time, some family came over, nieces and nephews that I never seen. So I just picked up this camera, and I just started taking pictures. And I just noticed that I liked the pictures, so I kept on taking them. And I just realized I had an eye for photography. Later on, I learned how to use Photoshop, so that helped enhance my pictures as well. And right now, I'm on the yearbook committee. So I take pictures very often in my school, which has given me a lot of experience.
Okay. About approximately, what experience has it given you?
Well, I always have my camera handy. It's always on me. So just using it every day and getting different types of images helps me to learn how to use all the functions of the camera, the apertures, the shutter speeds, everything.
What function of the camera do you like most? Do you enjoy using the most?
Usually you use a combination of different functions, but the ones I use the most is the shutter speed. That determines how fast the shutter opens in the camera. When I'm using action photography, like photographing skaters that I know, I use a very fast shutter speed to make that still. And I use a slow shutter speed to capture certain lighting situations.
Your favorite lighting to use? Favorite lighting situation?
I don't have a favorite, but lately I've been working on a lot of night photography. So I've been using very slow shutter speeds to capture lights, blurring the traffic. It's really nice to look at.
All right, and from your photography, like I don't know if this is a weird question or not, but do you dream about what you do? Like, do you have any dreams that deal specifically with what you do on a common basis?
No.
Not at all?
No.
All right, in terms of photographs, do you like to plan your photographs, or do you like them more to be, well, I'm walking past this tree, I would like to see how this looks, or?
Well, usually I don't stage photographs. I like to capture things to get a natural look. I've staged stuff before for comedic effect or whatever. Just take funny photos where it's everything is planned. But for the most part, I like to just capture the way things really are.
Okay, and what effect does that have on a photograph?
Well, when you look at that photograph, sometimes they're staged, sometimes they're just people smiling. It can look very stagnant. When you catch people in action doing just what they do, it's very interesting to look at, and it tells more about them.
Okay. And how long have you been doing photography?
1 year.
1 year. About how many photographs do you have?
On my computer, I have about 2,000 or 3,000 photographs stored, but yeah, about 3,000, I think.
All right. So, what other art do you get into? What else do you do?
I'm also into drawing. I've been drawing a lot longer than I've been in photography, but I've been associated with HarlemLIVE, and they're teaching me how to edit video, which is really good because I wanted to make films of my own in the future.
What types of films would you like to make?
Well, right now I want to make a film, a documentary about skaters that I know. I want to document them, different places they skate, show why they really like to skate. I think that would be very interesting to have to show to my friends.
Okay. In terms of drawing, what type of drawings do you do?
I don't have a preference for what I like to draw. I like to draw anything that interests me, whether it be people I've seen, strangers, or close friends. And I like to draw celebrities. Usually I draw from references. I don't usually draw from what's in my head because I like the realism.
Okay. And do you plan on putting any comic books together, any comics, any slideshows?
I put together slideshows mainly for my school after I photograph certain events. But A comic book is something that's new to me. I like to put one together. I would like to work on one.
What do you think the name of it would be, and what would the storyline entail?
I don't know what subject to do as a comic book. I'm more interested in the process, putting it together, than what it actually is about.
Okay, how do you feel the importance of black people, Africans, African Americans, people of African descent, Afro-Americans?
Can you rephrase the question?
How do you, what importance do you feel, how important do you feel it is that we have more photographers and more artists of color?
I think it's very important. I know many people say that's a problem, that there's not enough African American photographers. I don't see it in my personal experience. Most of the photographers I've known and worked with were of African American descent. But just people in general, I would love to see more people get involved in photography.
Okay, and what, when you draw, what goes to your mind? Like, do you feel, like, what emotional attachments do you have, and what goes through your mind? Like, how do you feel your mindset changing, your emotions changing?
I think it's very therapeutic to draw. That's why I do it. If I'm stressed out, sometimes I just take out paper, and it's a creative outlet, and it really relaxes you, much as the way sewing might relax someone.
Okay, do you find a lot of your drawings reflect your emotions at the time?
No, again, I just draw from references. I don't really draw from what I feel in my heart in terms of emotions or anything like that.
All right, I'm gonna throw some words at you, and you tell me. I'm gonna give you words, and you tell me what comes to your mind when you think these are. What other words? Like, if I throw food, I want you throw cheese or something. Okay? See what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'll throw you a word, and you throw a word or a phrase. Yeah. How you doing? I throw a word, and you throw a phrase. Okay?
Okay.
Or a word that you feel goes along with it. Art.
Creativity.
Okay. Camera.
Tool.
Artist.
That's a very broad thing. Creative person.
Cameraman.
A worker.
Photographer.
Worker.
Michael Burgan.
Artist.
Yes. Besides being you, what do you think? What sets you apart from other photographers and artists, and what do you want to set you apart, or what would you like to have in common with them?
I would like to be set apart by my skill at what I do.
Okay. How would people be able to tell if it's your art by looking at it?
By the clarity and by the colors.
All right. How long have you been drawing?
Since I was a toddler.
Who got you into drawing? Who
No
introduced you? You just picked it up one day?
Yes.
All right. It's nice to. How would you like to be remembered?
As a good person.
Okay. And what effect do you want your art to have on the outside, on the world?
I want my art to make people happy when they view it.
All right. 9, 10 years down the road, if anybody could say anything about you, what would you want them to say, and why?
That he's a great artist with quality work.
And after you're dead?
The same.
The same.